Okay, B'ezrat Hashem, we're back to our men's only shiur. Yeah, women are not allowed to listen to this. If they do, they're gonna have worse shalom bayit problems than they do have. B'ezrat Hashem, everyone should have good shalom bayit. Leinu Shema Yael Bat Yafa. This is the final day that we're going to be here in the rabbi's house. B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to continue on Sunday from the shul. Yes, okay. So we discussed so far. We're in Happily Married by Rabbi Zamir Cohen. He has a little bit of a different approach. It's a similar approach, but a little bit different approach than Garden of Peace, in the sense that he says that a person should not criticize. Criticism is very bad. Constructive criticism is very bad. However, if one needs to criticize for whatever reason, he has to couch it between two very nice and soft pillows, which means extreme compliment over here, the issue that you have, and then another extreme compliment at the end. That is only if you're able to do what's called 5-to-1 ratio, which is you have to do 5 compliments. And this, by the way, this couching is not part of the 5. It's 5 compliments per one constructive criticism, which means we criticize on a daily basis, not knowingly, dozens of times. So we said yesterday, if we criticize, let's say, 25 times, right? It means we have to do 125 positive compliments. 125 positive compliments in order to be able to criticize or give constructive criticism of 25 criticisms. He says you have to do 5-to-1 ratio, which means if you want to criticize your wife, tell her, listen, sweetie, it'd be nice if you make this, like that, right? You would have to do first 5 compliments, right? You look so good, you're such a wonderful wife, you this, you that, right? But of course, we don't do that. We do not give even 5 compliments a day. We do not. Yeah? However, one second. Yes, absolutely. Yes. If you want to build up your children, this is exactly what you do for the children. Yes. Only compliments. And if you're going to give them a reproof, first you give them 5 compliments, meaning and then you give them a little reproof. Why? When we give the children reproof, this way, this, they break down. They think, okay, I'm just a piece of nobody. And what happens? Their self-esteem goes low. And you know what? They didn't want to do good for you. Believe me, you try with one of your kids, the one that's really not so good, right? Meaning he's good, but he's not just endless. Wow, you tzaddik, or you tzaddik, and you this, that, wow, it's so maladis.
And when there's something wrong, you don't say anything?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. No. Why? Because you're going to say, tzaddik, you're a tzaddik, this and that, when he does something wrong, right? You're going to see all of a sudden he starts doing good things. You're like, wow, how is that? Because you're giving him positive reinforcement. He wants to be positive. If you're going to give him negative reinforcements, he wants to be negative. Yeah? Okay, so let's say, we're back over here. He says, turn frustration into compliments. Yeah? He says, when a woman comes to you and says, oh, I'm exhausted. I did so much, I can't, my feet hurt, this and that. He says, don't tell her, okay, sit down on the couch, relax. No, that's not what she's asking for. She doesn't want your solution. She wants you, it means you're not telling her enough compliments. You work so hard, Johnny Ma, you do so much for me and the kids. I don't know where you have the strength. Hashem must have built you like a superwoman, this and that. It's because you don't give her this boost that she's saying, I can't, I'm so tired, I'm all broken, yeah? He doesn't want you to say, okay, here's $80, go get a massage. That's not what she wants. Even though that's a great gesture. That's not what she wants. She wants you to be forehead. Before she even tells you this, if she's telling you this, it means you don't appreciate her. Yeah. It means you don't appreciate her. Yes. It means you don't appreciate her. Then she's giving you namyok that, you know what, I'm exhausted, I can't, my feet hurt. It's because you don't appreciate her enough. So she's giving you a hint, brah. Oh yeah, no, it's a subconscious thing. By the way, this is all a very, calculated type of thing where Hashem built her that way. And she talks in codes, and part of the codes is for you to decipher. He says, therefore, if she expresses fatigue and frustration from a full days of work, take the hint, expand on it, and reinforce it with words like, You really work hard today. You accomplished so much. You went to work, you took care of the children, you cooked, you straightened up. I really don't see how you're able to get so much done. Yeah? He says, no, chas v'shalom. No. After encouraging words like these, she might even answer, well, I even managed to rest a bit, and therefore, Baruch Hashem, I feel good now. You hear?
That's it,
Meaning, if you give her this recharge, she's gonna be like, yeah, I did so much, but I actually rested a little bit, so I'm okay. In that same moment where she told you I'm tired. You hear? Yes, she'll actually come out of it. And you know what? I've tried it, and it really works. It really works. It's mamash. It's when they say, "Oh, my this hurts, my that hurts," it really hurts, but it's a mental thing that makes it hurt. And therefore, if you mentally clean it out, it doesn't hurt anymore. You hear? If you say, "Oh, go to the doctor tomorrow, take a Tylenol," you know what she's thinking? This guy, mamash, toba. He's deaf. He doesn't hear what I'm trying to tell him. Before we started this chapter, before we started the shia, I see you don't listen to the videos. But if you would listen to the videos, you'd understand it more. You get the videos. You don't get the videos? He says over here that women talk in codes. You know what code means? They tell you one thing, but they really mean another. So when she's telling you, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, you know what she's telling you? You don't give me enough compliments. You do not care about me. When your wife is in the morning, not getting up, sleeping, and you're like, "Hello, the kids, this and that," you know what she's telling you? You put a big X on me every time you tell me I'm this and that, and I don't want to get up. You understand? And therefore, if you boost her up, it's not me. No, my friend. These are your kids, and she's the manager of your kids. This is your house, and she's the manager of your house. And therefore, if you do not know how to work the manager and give him boosted, and the best businesses is when they have constant meetings and constant, this, that. I was on a cruise. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I was on a cruise. Every single day at around 2:30, staff meeting amongst the restaurant guy has this with the restaurant managers. The manager have it with their employees. You understand? It's great. It's great. You know how everybody was there? Hi, how are you? Yeah, sit down. Some people were, you know how the Jewish people are. We had a special Jewish section. The Jewish people were good. I need this, I need that, and still, okay. No, why? Because the manager every day said, you guys are this, your bonus is like this, pump him up. Why can't you pump up your manager of the house, which is your wife? She's the manager of that. It's not her kids, it's your kids. And therefore she says, you know what? Your kids, you take it. My friend, fake it until you make it. But you gotta be a true faker. You know what a true faker is? Not one says, and then turns around, da pashla ty znaешь куда. That's not a faker. That's not a faker. That's a devol nastashi. He doesn't have a brain. You understand? If you're gonna
to take his workers to a restaurant to feed them special food.
Absolutely.
And then they work
good.
Much better.
And therefore, yeah, my brother too. Yeah, my brother. Order, yeah. What do you guys want to eat? I go, leave him alone. Let him bring food from the house. No. You got to take care of them. And that's, the wife is the same way. You have to take care of her. You have to take care of her emotionally. You have to take care of her physically by buying her gifts. You have to, for instance, today, honestly, how many are going to buy flowers? How many are? Every week, correct? There's some guys, she doesn't like it. She likes it. She wants it. And you know what? Even if she doesn't like it, bring it, just put it there. She'll be like, wow, this guy, such a consistent guy. That's what you think. He says he would be wise to then suggest, I'm glad to hear that, because I thought it might be nice if we went out tonight for dinner or shopping. And she will surely react positively and say, oh, that sounds good. I'm not so tired after all. Let me freshen up and then we can go out together. It's a clever husband who knows how to revitalize his tired wife. Did you ever wonder like this? Sometimes you see your wife, right? She's dead. And then say, honey, what do you think if we go out? Yeah, let's go, I'm ready. Yeah. You know why? Because of this concept. When she says I'm tired, she's not tired. She's tired. But she's tired because you don't give her the revitalization of, and that's why I always thought, sometimes I used to hear, Mom, there's Zumba tonight in the Y. Oh, Zumba, okay, let's go. It was half an hour ago she was telling me my thing hurts, my dad hurts, and now they're going to the Zumba. Why? It's because we do not listen to them. We don't understand. Body language. He says, saying thank you is not enough. You hear? One must accompany the words with appropriate body language. Yaakov blessed his son and his teeth white from milk. Yeah? Our sages said, the man who shows his teeth to his friend is better than one who gives him milk to drink. You know why? I can give you milk like this, or I can give you milk like this. Yeah? So he says body language is very important. A broad smile revealing one's teeth is heartwarming, a loving sign, and declares wordlessly, I am happy to be with you. It is like a famous saying, a smile doesn't cost a penny to the giver, but it's worth $1 million to the receiver. Maybe the dentist should know that. You hear what it says? A mile doesn't cost a penny to the giver. It doesn't cost me anything to go like this. But to the receiver, it's $1 million. $1 million, he says. He says, giving an empty smile or a gift with an indifferent expression detracts considerably from the fine gesture, rendering it as practically worthless. You hear what he's saying? He's saying that even when you give a gift, and I've experienced this unfortunately back in my stupid years, yeah, you have to know how to give. One time I was in a jewelry show. I bought these nice pearls, long strand of pearls, yeah? And I'm not one to, well, back in the days, I wasn't, I thought women, whatever, you give it to them, it's like, they can give another bone to the dog. He doesn't care how you throw it. He'll eat it and whatever. So one day, the next day going out to work, I felt that, I have it on my back. I call her out the name, I was like, hello, come over here. So she's on top of the stairs, and I go, here, this for you. Wow. And I threw it to her, and she's like, what is this? I go, that's a gift for you. And I thought, she took the gift, she put it in the head, and she says, what is that? I said, it's a gift for you. I saw it on the jewelry shop. Why are you giving it to me like that for? And at the time, I got upset. You don't want it? I thought I was a man. Okay, give it back to me. So I took it back, whatever, and I ended up selling it, in the jewelry store, But now that I think about it, what an idiot. What an idiot. Why? Who gives a gift like that? It's bipsan. Bipsan? How do you say it in English? Bipsan.
It's not about the gift.
No
respect.
How do you say it in English? No respect. No value. Valueless. You know what? It's better to get a $1 rose and put it nicely on this and whatever. $1 rose than a $10,000 watch and give it with a face and with a watch. That watch is garbage. That the $1 rose should be like, oh man, I remember he did like this, like that. So he says body language is extremely, extremely important. As it is written in Kiddushin, regarding parental honor, one can provide his father with a pheasant and forfeit his portion in the world to come. You hear? You can bring to your father a nice duck or whatever, like a very expensive bird, and you can lose your world to come. A woman can intuit from her husband's body language, the expression in his eyes, and the type of smile, exactly what he's thinking about, and how sincere he is with his compliments. Wow. You hear what he says? A woman can sense from every expression on the face, yeah?
You cannot fake it.
Yeah. It's one of those, and men can also do that. Like a lot of times when you shop, when people are buying, selling, whatever, you could discern what he's thinking about. For a woman, all the more so. For her husband, she can detect him like an X-ray, like an MRI, like whatever, what's going on in his heart. Yeah, and sometimes you think that you are all good, yeah, but she's like, what's wrong with you today? And you're thinking, how does she know? Yeah, how does she know what's wrong? I'm having the smile, everything's there. She senses. In concluding this chapter, let us offer encouragement about, guys, let us offer encouragement about the importance of a husband's initiating compliments and praise, even though men generally don't feel the need to express their true appreciations towards the wife who toils for him and the family. He says, very, very important to be the initiator. You hear? You know what an initiator is? Initiator means don't wait until she says, you don't like my dress? You didn't notice my nails? You didn't see the cooking? How's the box? A lot of times they don't even let you breathe. I said you right? No. I said 2 days. No, 2 days ago. No. 2 days ago, I get up 4:45, 4:50 in the morning, right? She happens to get up too because she did the sourdough bread, right? So it was 5:20. She's dressed. I'm in the book, and she tells me, "How come you don't comment whenever I dress nicely?" 5:20 in the morning. It's very normal. You know why? Because a man has to be a true man. You know what a true man is? True man is he knows that she doesn't come every morning out. Once a week she comes to do the bread. A man that understands this should already look and say, nice. Kilo, I check, got it. Next. We want her to do that to us. But that's not how it works. We are the male. And therefore the male has to notice. In the animal kingdom, Baruch Hashem, they don't have all this business in their heads and whatever. But in the animal kingdom, they're watching every single thing about their female counterpart or female counterparts. You understand? If they see something going wrong, immediately they're at it. So therefore, we also have to have this instinct, instinct, I guess, nature or feel, or at least train ourselves to do that. Many men, they go. You know what go is? Cow. I don't want to. We're not cows. We're not good. We have to make sure she's good. And in order to make sure that she's good, we have to make sure that we're good. And how do we make ourselves good? By training ourselves to notice these kind of things. Let's just do one more thing. Our sages said in Avodah Zarah, whoever toils on Friday will have what to eat on Shabbat. Here, Baruch Hashem, today is Friday. He said whoever is going to toil on Friday, who's going to make preparation, is going to eat on Shabbat. One who toils in giving out genuine compliments and words of appreciation will eat the fruits of his efforts in time of strife. You hear what he says? When you would say to your wife, wow, you this, you that, on a constant basis,
Investment.
when something happens, she's on your side. She's not going to come up, she's why? Because she's very, very fond of you. Here?
If you invested in her with compliments,
Yes.
fill her in.
Yes.
When the time difficult comes,
Exactly. She's with you. She's with you. It doesn't take much effort to ease one's way out of an uncomfortable situation when you and her are like this. Yeah? Why? Because positive compliments and no critical criticisms and so on and so forth. Sometimes things come up. It'll go nicely. Why? We're on the same team. He says, it is unavoidable that in life of partnership, a husband will not inadvertently trip up and insult his wife. Yeah, it happens. It happens. He says, and vice versa. Sometimes his words were unjustified. Sometimes she went against his will. Perhaps one forgot a birthday or anniversary. If a wife is aware of his ongoing esteem towards her, and he's aware of her regard towards him, such a mishap can be glossed over very smoothly. As someone put it, if you clean all year round, you'll have an easy Erev Pesach. Yeah? What happens with us? We're one of those who just Friday, right? Begin Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Dishes pile up like this. And now it's Erev Shabbat. Friday is coming. What do? Start washing dishes like crazy. You have to prepare. Every day, wash dishes, which means every day, my love, you're so wonderful. You're so nice, you're so beautiful. And like that, you go on every day. Sometimes as we trip up, we say things that are, that we get caught, yeah? I call them hiccups. Oh, so you know what? He says, when you have a good relationship and you're always talking to her nicely, the hiccup is going to go like this, as if it's not there. But if it's on the reverse, why? One little thing could be an elephant, you understand? So finally, let's say, many spouses seek a way to preserve love over the years. Here, then, is a marvelous way to do so. When the husband praises his wife for many attributes and constantly compliments her for all she does for him and the family, he enhances his true love for her. Since he is bringing his own attention, all of her good qualities, it prevents him from taking them for granted to the point that he forgets all about them. He says, a lot of times people, after 20, 30 years of marriage, you know what happens? Our marriage is takoi. It's like barely there. There's no Jews. There's no... it's like... He says, why? Because you didn't do the compliments all the time. He says, if you invest by giving compliments and seeing her good qualities and this and that, she will revert back that to you. And then what happens? You have a wonderful relationship. Your relationship as if it's always been the first day. And you feel different. And this will carry on after 20 years, after 30 years, after 40 years. You understand? And therefore you'll maintain the relationship strong, and it won't be boring, and it won't be, we don't even have any more excitement. We actually hate each other, but we're living because whatever. You hear? So therefore if we work on ourselves to be able to work on our wives, we'll maintain our marriages until eternity. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen, amen.